ChatGPT is changing the way customers find roofing companies. In today's video, I'm going to go over how you can get on AI to get more roofing leads. So let's go into this and kind of talk about it a little bit. And I've said this a few times, but I think Google's still going to maintain the majority in, let's say, 5 years, but we've already started to slide down a little bit. So you don't want to not show up on AI. Even if you do well on Google, you probably can get off. I know you can get more off of Google. I know you can. I'll give you one method here in just a minute, but I know Google can bring more. But you don't want to start diminishing Google and have a backslide down to 60% and not show up on AI. I already think I get calls from people like this that are experiencing less calls and they don't know why, and they might be losing 10% already to AI search. The last report supposedly was Google at 90-ish% of total search, but I don't know. And I think that maybe 10% is already coming. We're already all using AI, and it's damn good. So this isn't the olden days to where Bing was no good, Yahoo is no good, and back to Alta Vista and Ask Jeeves and all these trash search engines. ChatGPT is not a trash search engine, and neither are the other ones. So consumers are already starting to change some of their consumer behavior. Now, Google's already got Gemini, and just literally in the last few weeks, they've put the AI button up, and you can click on it and go straight to AI. It's integrated. The rich snippet now turned into an AI search result. And so it's already infused completely through Google. They're not looking to lose any more market share than they have to, but they're going to lose some. I personally have ChatGPT downloaded and paid the $20, and I love it. It knows me and my companies really well. In fact, ask it about data pens and roofing webmasters. They love us. We love them. So let's talk about what it's doing as far as, and a couple of things you can do. But it views things differently. Google clearly, up until maybe Gemini, would just read words on a screen and see a signal or two. And back a long time ago, it was just the website and plugged in the city with the roofer, and like roofers in Dallas, and you mentioned it 3% of the time, and it really made horrible content. That changed and got softer, so it wasn't a poor user read. Now they would call it non-helpful content, keyword stuffing. It's spam, but we still make a website around roofing and around a city, and then people would slam in links out of the country, and then blogging and mass amounts of blogs that nobody in their right mind would read. And a lot of these things now cause a penalty, especially the non-helpful content, because they actually released something called the Helpful Content Update with Google. Now, I talk about AI a lot, and I'll talk about how I view their algorithm differently than Google, but I want you to understand we still follow best practices of Google's webmaster guidelines. And years ago, Google started saying, make content for the user, not for Google. And what they meant was, quit spamming us with trash that nobody wants to read, or signals out of the country with links that are nonsense, because we're having to sift this stuff and it's not helping your brand, and it certainly doesn't help make a good user experience. So at Roofing Webmasters and at DataPens, we began to look at how can we signal a brand for a good user experience. I'll tell you, like, I had a hard time with this like 8 or 10 years ago, because everything that we did was to, get the city in with the word roofing or roof repair, or shingle roof repair, TPO, and to do blogs and to put in this content and send these links in. And that whole mess of manic thinking of slamming in signals and then Google somehow will be tricked is just way long gone. Now, the basis for the brand doesn't need to be ignored, and a lot of roofers just throw their hands up and didn't just stopped, or they spam it, or they let it sit, and then they'll start it and stop it and start it and stop it. And it's really ridiculous, because you're in a race here. You're going around the track, you got your engine gassed up, and you can't just like pull your car over into the pit crew and let it sit and go eat a donut and come back and expect to win the race. So you are a digital brand signaling is coming in, Google's reading it, AI's reading it, ChatGPT is reading more of it, in my opinion. And we've been doing more of it for a long time. And when I say more of it, I mean diversity of brand signaling without cheating. That's a good user experience and great signals back to Google and now ChatGPT and AI and other search engines like Grok. So as they go searching and looking at search, but they're peeling away the onion the same way. I'm going to look at this server. How's the roofer doing over here? What's this Facebook doing? What's this YouTube doing? We got a video version of data pens going on YouTube. Third-party search signal strengthens the brand for where you do get leads. Google, ChatGPT, AI, organic, map placement. How's the brand doing? Is it worthy to show to a consumer? This stuff hasn't changed from our perspective. When AI came along, we started doing well with our clients on AI platforms. Most people don't even do well on Google because they have a poor user experience, a poor quality brand, and they're doing old school cheating metrics like I was just talking to you about. That stuff has been gone now. We can't ignore high-end essential SEO. We would still do some domain authority linking, citations, work on the Google account, phenomenal WordPress site, all materials and services represented if you want to show up on the map. Why would they show you on a Google map or on ChatGPT if you had no representation for TPO or a roof insurance claim, hail damage roof repair? Like, they need pages for that because it would be a poor user experience if somebody goes to the website, which half of people still do. So you can't ignore high-end essential base level SEO. Got to be done well. That alone is hard to get without getting messed around. But you don't want someone claiming that they're going to trick Google or trick ChatGPT because they're way beyond that, way beyond it. So it's a whole digital brand. If I had to help you guys, the most important thing you do is market. Second most important thing you do is sell. Phone doesn't ring, you can't sell. Don't get any resources, no revenue, you can't have good service. You can't have infrastructure. You won't have enough money left over to invest. And so this life cycle of entrepreneurial spirit, being a great roofer, providing for your family, your dreams, starts with your brand, starts with the marketing. You don't need to think past that. If you wake up and you decided to piss off marketing for a long time or shelve it or stop or this and that, and you got mad or irritated or didn't want to do it, it's fine. But as soon as you get too busy to market, you won't be busy someday soon. So I grind. You can ask people around here you're not going to or talk to them, but they know I run myself into the ground. I want leads. I would so much rather be busy all the time than fretting and worrying and having anxiety about not being busy. A horrible place to be. I still deal with some anxiety. I'm an entrepreneur. A future trip, the worst case scenario, expect the best and try to correct all things in the future. That's why we do well in this business. I was a contractor too, by the way. But you should handle your roofing business the same way. Market, expect to get up in ranking. Tell yourself, don't villainize Google or ChatGPT. I'm going to be the best. I'm going to send you the best signals. I'm going to have the best brand signaling, best user experience. When you get that, you'll get daily call volume, dominate a market, and be the guy in town you want to be. When you're ready to be that guy, or if you have questions about it, give us a call. I'd like to hear from you.